Alright, it's day 183 of this ginger germination experiment, and the hydrogen peroxide seems to have killed some of the spider mites, but there seems to be a lot more left. I'm going to wipe the leaves to get rid of the cobwebs. I made new 16-fold dilution hydrogen peroxide from 3%. Got some napkins, I've got a garbage bag, I'm ready to go. So the first few sprays are probably water, more or less. After that we're spraying hydrogen peroxide onto everything. I got a new camera, but you won't see that until day 189 of this episode. So right now things look a little bit greener, but don't be alarmed if they appear a little bit more dull in the later half of this episode. I got everything wet. I'm going to start wiping. It's going to be a pretty painstaking process. Wiping down ginger leaves one by one is a very arduous and slow process. I actually spend a lot more time doing stuff like this for my ginger and honeydew and making videos of what I'm doing than I do weight training. And if you look at my body transformation videos, I actually have a lot more to show for that physically. But this is a labor of love, and I want to see these plants succeed and generate some kind of harvest by winter time. And that's looking increasingly tough because there's not that much time left, less than 4 months, 3.5 months towards the end of the year. And it'll get cold like a month before that too, so I definitely want to see some kind of rhizome formation. I'm not quite sure that that's going to happen if spider mites keep attacking like this. Alright, so I painstakingly wiped down a lot of those leaves. It was pretty laborious, and everything's a lot cleaner now. Hopefully that'll, at least for the time being, get rid of a lot of the spider mites. Plant number 3 here has a 5th shoot system, and here you can see the larger 4th one. If you start counting for plant 4 in the middle, so you can see a new shoot system here, another one there. Just beyond that, there's one in the center, so that's 4 new shoot systems, and 5 and 6 if you count these two on the other side. So plant number 4 has 10 shoot systems, 6 of which are new now. What I was calling plant 1 now has 2 shoot systems. That one's coming along nicely. What I was calling plant 2 now has 5 shoot systems, 3 of which are new. So development's been pretty good. So things are starting to look up again. I did a complete wipe down of these ginger plants, and I sprayed again with hydrogen peroxide. Can do that again. This is a 16-fold dilution. 2 ounces of 3% hydrogen peroxide and 30 parts water, 30 ounces. I'm just going to pour the rest into the soil and see what it can help kill down there. Pour it on some of these new plants in particular. It's day 189 of my ginger germination experiment. I'm sad to have lost all that biomass in terms of foliage, but I'm spraying once again with a very concentrated solution of hydrogen peroxide. I have my doubts as to whether this works or not, but that wipe last time really seemed to have helped by physically removing all the spider mites. And of course that doesn't work on rough leaf plants like honeydew, but on a smooth leaf plant like this it works pretty well. What I just used was a 0.3% hydrogen peroxide solution. So you can hear everything fizzing, and that's because this hydrogen peroxide solution is a lot more concentrated. So there's also a lot more shoot systems right now, and that's very promising. I don't see any more spider mites here. Here's a good example of new foliage that looks completely healthy. It's not mottled or anything like that. And these 2 shoots in the center of the screen, they look pretty healthy. So does this one. This 1 shoot system has suffered a lot. I think I'll prune away the top and see if anything happens from that pruning. So the big wipe down on day 183 really helped a lot, but you can still see 1 adult spider mite running around. But it's a lot less than it was before, which is good. The springtails have come out again, and they're jumping all over the place, as you can see in this beam of sunlight. Their numbers are greatly reduced from what they were a week ago, but there's still a lot of them. That makes me question whether the hydrogen peroxide concentrations are high enough to be killing the spider mites. So the spider mites have been reduced greatly also by the wiping action and the hydrogen peroxide spraying, but I'm not sure whether it's enough. I'll always have beta-cyfluthrin as a fallback plan.